Antino's well cleared. 3 lengths in front of the Wayne Wilson and kept going. It's all Antino, and Antino wins again. Antino from second. What a wonderful gallop.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Final Gallop. It is episode 335 and is proudly supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. In this episode we have 21 stable runners to preview at the Metro meeting on Saturday, including the return of stable star Antino at Randwick for the finale of the Autumn Carnival. Morning, Tony. Firstly, another great achievement for the stable, securing your 100th Metropolitan winner for the season yesterday.
Yeah, good morning, Claire. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, it was a good achievement. It's good to get the 100 Metro. That's Australia-wide. We're one shy now of the Queensland 100 Metro, which is always a target, I guess, for us every year to try and get that 100 Metropolitan winners. And then, you know, on top of that, we want to try and get out to where we were last year, which is 152 or something. So we've got a bit of a way to go and only a short time to get there. But look, we've got a lot of runners coming up. We've got a big winter ahead of us. So who knows where we'll end up by the end of the season. But good achievement by the whole team.
Absolutely.
You know, for the horses to get the result this early on. And looking forward to what's going to be a massive Easter weekend for the stable.
Absolutely, it will be. So firstly, let's get straight into it. Firstly, at Randwick on Saturday, the rail will be in the 6 metre position from the 1,000 metres to the winning post and 5 metres the remainder. The track is currently a soft 5 with good weather forecast for the rest of the week. And we will work on a good track for this preview. We have Antino down there in race 8, which is the Group 1 All-Age Stakes over the 1,400 metres. He'll carry 59 kilos. Mark Zara rides barrier 1, and he's paying $12 to win and $3.50 for the place. Group 1 mile winner from the spring, and first up from a spell, and he's on a from his hit and run mission in Hong Kong in December.
Yeah, he's in good order. I've had a great prep with him. I've had him in plenty of time to be ready for this, and it was always the most logistical option I had to kick him off at. It's tough, I guess, when you're down there. A lot of these horses are already quite battle hardened from going through the autumn. Interesting meeting this. I think it's the first year in 9 years, I think I read somewhere, where we've had a dry championship carnival or Derby carnival there in Sydney. So this track being the third weekend of that is probably in the best shape it's ever been in. Normally you get to this third meeting and it's quite chewed out from so much wet weather racing, and a race is so different. I think this year, I can't see why the track would race much different than what we saw last week. Horses from the back half of the field certainly got their chance. Randwick's a beautiful track when it's a good four. You know, the good horses, if they get room at the right time, run on. That's what I think he'll do. He'll be back in the second half of the field. He's always slow to move and then gets into his stride. And Mark Zara riding him, he knows him. He run second on him, narrowly beaten by Mr. Brightside, arguably one of the best milers in Australia on Champions Day at Flemington. So Mark knows him. He's got one alley. He's going to be back buried away, and he's just got to work his way through and hit the line. I think he'll run really, really well. 1,400 first up's ideal for him. I've had a beautiful preparation to get him ready for it. And then we'll get him home here for what's hopefully a big winter carnival ahead for him. Okay,
now on to Eagle Farm on Saturday. The rail will be in the 3 metre position with the track currently a soft 7. Fine and warm days for the rest of the week.
I'll be working on a good 4 here at Eagle Farm. This track will be absolutely beautiful by Saturday.
Okay, we start in race 3, which is the benchmark 78 handicap over the 1,000 metres. We will have 4 runners in this at this stage. We'll start with Simbu, 58 kilos. Ryan Maloney rides barrier 14. He's paying $17 to win at the moment, and $6 for the place. Second up, coming off a disappointing but forgivable run at the Gold Coast 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, a bit of trainer error too, wrong gear on him. Tongue control bit goes back on, tongue tie off. Ridden forward, good on speed horse, big improver.
Okay, next one is Mighty, 56.5 kilos. Andrew Mallion rides barrier 7. She's paying $6 to win and $2.10 for the place. Third run back with our stable. Last start was a length 5th at this track and trick on a soft track.
Yeah, I think she maps really well. She's probably one of the map horses of the race. They'll go along quick here. She'll find the back of that speed and hopefully present in the right part of the track. The other day she lugged into the wrong part of the track. I think should have won. I think if she maps to get the right, he agrees, free carry agrees. I think if she maps to get the right run here. Andrew Mann, I think, is the perfect rider for her. He rides on a beautiful long rein. If he gets her to settle just behind speed, tracks up, I think she's the one late.
Okay, next one is Arisphere, 56 kilos. Angela Jones rides barrier 8. Arisphere's paying $7 to win at the moment and $2.40 for the place. She is second up on Saturday and was a fast finishing 4th on the Gold Coast at this trip 5 weeks ago.
Look, she's as honest as Arisphere. She's a real 1,000-metre horse. Just drawn a little bit sticky, but Ange knows her so well. I just don't know where she lands in running. If we get any sort of luck in run, like she's not a lead at all cost horse. So they'll go quick in this. If she can just lob in behind that speed, even 3 wide with cover, she'll present. She's also very hard to beat. She's probably my top pick of ours in this race.
Okay.
Her and Mighty are my 2 top picks, and Give Giggles still to come.
Okay, Give Giggles is the one that you mentioned there, 54.5 kilos with Emily Lang's 1.5 kilo claim, and she's drawn barrier at 15 and is paying $8 to win and $2.70 for the place. Will be first up, coming off an impressive trial win at Doomben last week in the fastest 1,000 metre heat of the morning.
She's absolutely flying. I just got scars of her running at Eagle Farm last prep. She just didn't seem the same horse, although this preparation, second time with her, she's a different beast. She's a big, strong man now, and she looks great. If I do run her, I might have to be more adaptable in the way we ride her. Okay. I think we might have to just go back and concede early and ride her to run on. And just how effective she'll be in that manner, I'm not sure. But I just need to have a look at what we do with her. The barrier, for me, is a real concern. We'll have to certainly ride her completely different to her pattern if we do run her. Okay. So the other 2 mares go on top. I think Arisphere slightly in front of Mighty.
Okay. Race 4 is the benchmark 70 handicap over 1,200 metres. 4 runners as well. Damo Dayz will start with 61 kilos. Ryan Maloney in the saddle and jumps from barrier 5. He's paying $17 to win and $5 for the place. Length and a half third last start at this track, and Trip hitting the line strongly.
He's racing well, probably wanted the rain.
Okay. Sicilian, 59 kilos, Emily Lang's 1.5 kilo claim. She's drawn barrier 18. She's paying $10 to win and $3.30 for the place. Will be second up, was a close second first up at this track over the 1,000 metres on a soft 7. Has won out to 11.50 in her 2-year-old season. Yeah,
look, I think she should have won first up. I think she's a big improver. I can't see why she wouldn't run 1,200. She'll be sharp out on a bike. If she negates the barrier, which I'd expect her to do quite easily, I think she's a real chance.
Okay, next one's Devastating, 60 kilos with Martin Harley riding barrier 2, and he is paying $16 to win and $5 for the place. Very good last time in first up, strong to the line third at this track over the 1,000 metres. He hasn't won over 1,200 though for a little while. Yeah, it's a bit of a worry, but I love his pattern now. He's starting to want to relax and find the line. He loves Eagle Farm, he loves the big track. I think Marty Harley is riding in great form. He was fresh off a treble yesterday. Rode the 100th winner for the stable for us. I think he's riding in good form, and he's the right style rider for this horse. I think he's over the odds. The 1,200 is my only query. If it was 1,000 in the same field, I think it'd be very hard to beat off the draw, but I think he's a really good chance for exotics. Okay, and the fourth one is Floozie. She'll carry 58 kilos with Angela Jones riding her barrier 7. She's paying $5.50 at the moment to win and $2.10 for the place. She is a newcomer to the stable, and she's very well bred, this mare. Won in this grade in October for her previous stable in Bendigo. Yeah, she's ready to go. She's trialled up really, really nicely. I think she maps beautifully. Angel Suter, she'll just ride her just in behind speed, somewhere around second, third pair with a nice enough sort of run. She's jumping and settling a bit closer in the trials for us, and look, I thought she gets a forward to midfield run, presents the right part of the track, which I believe will be off fence on Saturday. Okay. She's a really, really good chance, this mare. She's got improvement to come, but we've got aspirations to try and get her some black type racing during the carnival, so you'd expect she's pretty hard to beat here. Okay, she probably goes on top. I don't know why Sicilian's never been out at 1,200 before. She appears to me she'd run it. I just don't know why she hasn't as a younger horse. Whether it was circumstances prevail for races that Jane Adrian wanted to put her in or not, I'm not sure. But I know she's a massive improver off a first up run, and she's going to give him something to chase, Sicilian. Okay. We go to race 6 now, which is the Class 3 plate over 1,400 metres. 3 runners in this one. Castillian will carry 60 kilos. Ryan Maloney will ride him from barrier 8. Paying $9.50 to win and $3.20 for the place. Strong second last start at Doomben over the 13.50 behind his stablemate Ludovisi. Loves a bit of cut in the ground. He's going to get a good 4 here, but it won't be it's a winter good 4 or autumn good 4. It's not going to be that hard summer track. I think he's going really well. Just condition beat him first up. He just peaked on his run. He's improved off that. I can certainly see him running a race. Okay, and then Ludovisi, the one that beat him home, he'll carry 60 kilos. Martin Harley rides at barrier 15. He's paying $11 to win and $3.60 for the place. Flew home to win last start in his first win for our stable and his connections. Yeah, Marty Harley takes over from Noel Callow. Riding a similar form, I'd say, from where we're drawn. We'll be in that second half of the field, just travelling well on our own, then get him into the race he sees fit. Eagle Farm definitely suits that. I can see him really running on hard here, this horse. He's definitely turned the corner this preparation. He's a better horse, he's a stronger horse. My only worry is if we're looking for the mile. Okay. And the third runner is Voracious, 60 kilos. Angela Jones will ride him from barrier 9. Voracious are paying $8 to win and $2.80 for the place. Very impressive 2 wins to start his prep before he was badly held up last start. Going unbelievably well, this horse. He was a train wreck the other day. I think this is the right horse-rider combo. He rose 4 to the speed here. He's really up and about. He's very well. He was a dominant winner at Eagle Farm at the midweek prior to that train wreck we saw the other day.
I think he rolls up on speed here, and he's the one out of those three. I think he's very hard to beat.
Okay. Race 7 is the benchmark 70 handicap over the mile, and we have Free Carry in this, who was always eating now. He was being quite expressive before. He'll carry 56 kilos with Emily Lang's 1.5 kilo claim, and he'll jump from barrier 6. He's paying $7 to win and $2.40 for the place. He won his first 2 starts as preparation before he's found out late over the 1800 metres last start, but you've brought him back to the mile.
Yeah, I had him in last week. Obviously the races were washed out. I'd probably just like him a smidgen around Doomben better than Eagle Farm. He's up, go forward on speed horse. He's a tough horse. He's very good at the mile. This is a very open, even race. He'll run top 3. It's just the run he gets. There's a couple other nuisance sort of horses there, but Emily rides him really, really well. So provided we judge the ride well, which I'm sure she will, he's definitely figures in the finish.
Okay. Race 8 is the Listed Ascot Handicap over the 1,000 metres, a race she went very close to winning last year with all that pizzazz. We're going to have 5 runners this year. Zarastro's the first one, 61 kilos, Angela Jones, barrier 5. He's paying $4.80 to win and $1.95 for the place. He's first up and almost won the Bribey at this track and trip first up. Last preparation, finished this summer with a dominant win in the Magic Millions Sprint over the 1200.
Yeah, look, he's the right horse for the race. I had him in Sydney as well, and I was just a little worried he wasn't quite solid enough for the 1200 up the rise at Randwick. So we left him at home here. We probably have to be a bit versatile how we ride him here. He's been being back to 1,000 with so many really fast horses in this race, like 1,000-metre horses. I think it'd be suicide. We went lead at all cost tracks on him. So I think he'll just step out well. He'll roll forward to the speed. Yep. I think I see the speed coming across with Super Daisy and Liquor, and I think Zarastro gets a lovely run behind them. Hopefully he can get off fence. I think he's the best horse in the race. There's no doubt about that. I think no one would argue that fact, provided we can get the right run. Look, I can't see why he's not right there in the finish. And this good 4-track at Eagle Farm will really suit him. The horse is going particularly well.
Looks great.
I've got some much bigger assignments for him coming up over the next few months.
Okay, next one is Cannonball. He'll carry 59 kilos. Marty Harley rides barrier 2, and he's paying $18 to win and $4.80 for the place. Also first up and was a winner of the Listed Valvalon at this track last preparation, yet to win over the 1,000.
He's the horse I think's over the odds. I love him off low draws on good ground. He maps to get a beautiful run here for Marty. He just sits on the back of this speed. He's somewhere 4th, 5th, 6th. He'll dive through. The way he jumped out here on ground that he hates just shows how good he is going. He's going very good, Cannonball. Next
one's King Kapa, 56 kilos, CJ Graham riding barrier 10, and he's paying $6.50 to win and $2.40 for the place. He's been in very good form in open company over the 1,200 metres his last 3 starts, but you've dropped him back to the 1,000 here. Just for no other options is the reason why. I prefer him at 1,200, to be honest. I think he's the race fit horse of our crew, and he couldn't be looking and going any better. Yep. He just maps awful. I don't know where he lands in running. Like I said, I see those other 2 really hooking along, and if he lobs into a 1-1, even if he's 3 wide but travelling comfortable, I'll be happy with that. Okay. He's going very good, King Kappa. I just don't love the map. Okay. Next one's Nettuno, 55.5 kilos. Damien Thornton rides barrier 6, and he's paying $14 to win and $4 for the place. He can produce an explosive run first up over this trip, as we've seen before. Yeah, I just don't know what sort of Nettuno we're going to get. His barrier man, his last prep, were really all that was holding him back. He's a brilliant 1,000-metre horse, particularly when there's speed like this on. He'll get off it and he'll really hit the line down the centre of the track, and that's how we'll try and play him. But he's just got to step away. If he doesn't step, he puts himself in such an awful spot, you know. I don't mind if he's back. I just don't want to be 3 lengths last at the jump. Like he was jumping in the air last prep. Everything was going wrong, but we've tried a lot of different things the way we've trained him this time round, and I'm hopeful that we see a good performance from him. And the last one is Liquor. She'll carry 55.5 kilos with Emily Lang riding and will jump from barrier 11. She's paying $12 to win at the moment and $3.50 for the place. She's in good form, won first up and then led the trip to win the Military Rose over the 1,100 metres last up. Yeah, the barrier's a concern, particularly the way that the speed underneath her. But look, she's not a one-trick pony. She's not lead at all costs. She is a fast mare. I'm not going to take that away from her, but she has one sitting just behind a couple. So she's going to have to be a bit more versatile here. The main thing with her is that she's doing all that good breathing rhythm. I think Emily will suit her. She's got a light weight. She'll step quickly, especially loaded late. She loads late, she'll step quick, she'll be out in a hurry. I see her sitting outside the lead. As long as we can travel and compose our breathing there, I do think she'll put away the horse to her inside. It'll just be the matter of those horses on the back of her. But she's going to look the winner at some stage in the straight, I've got no doubt. And how are you splitting them all? How am I going to split them all? At the odds, I don't mind Cannonball each way, to be perfectly honest, but I can't go past Zarastro. I think when you get to this time of the year,
quality starts to come to the fore. I think he's the quality horse. He'll get the surface to suit. It's a little bit of a tricky ride for Ange, but she knows the horse awfully well, and he's a dominant performer at a good grade. So he goes on top for me.
Okay. Race 9 is the Listed Daybreak Lover for the 3-year-olds over the 1400 metres. Another race you went within ahead of winning last year with Transatlantic. We have Boomtown Boss in it this year. He'll carry 57 kilos. Emily Lang rides him from barrier 5. And he is paying $5.50 to win and $2.10 for the place. Came with a big run from the back to win first up over the 1200 metres, but he's first time out to this trip.
I better do a bit better this year. I've come in close to winning both these races last year, so we better pull our finger out this weekend and go one better. This is a horse I really like. He's one I really like, this horse. I like the way Emily's getting to know him and riding him. We'll ride him very similar pattern, just ride him to be where he's comfortable early, get into his stride, get into his rhythm. He's still very new, this horse. He's still working it all out, but he's just got untapped ability. Nowhere near, I don't know how good he is yet. I think if we can just get the right sort of run through the first half of the race, and then the second half we can start to look to get some room and run on, I think he's the right horse for the race. I think he's a very good galloper. I think given the right amount of room at the right time, would be very hard to beat.
Okay. And then race 10 is the benchmark 85 handicap over the 1200 metres. We have 2 runners in this. We'll start with Torabella. She'll carry 59 kilos with Emily Lang's 1.5 kilo claim, and she'll jump from barrier 11. She's paying $5 to win and $1.80 for the place. She's first up this prep after stringing 3 wins together to finish off her last preparation, and she's trialled well leading into it.
Yeah, she's going very well. She only had a very short break off that summer prep, and she's back in good shape. This is a nice lead-in for the silk stocking for us, and we'll use it accordingly. I'm not here to lead at all costs on her from an awkward draw. Playing with a bit of roll forward and just find a nice position anywhere in the first half of the field to give her a soft enough style run early to be present late. I think we saw that with her last time when we got to the mile, when she could take that trail running 3rd, 4th, 5th. We saw a really nice horse. I think throughout the winter you're going to see her in better races, and this is a really good kick-off.
Okay, and Blakmax will be in the same race with her, 58.5 kilos. Ryan Maloney will ride barrier 4. Max is paying $11 to win and $3.60 for the place. Good first up at this track and trip, and usually improves into a second up run.
Yeah, Max can run very well. The only query with Max in on Saturdays, it'll probably rain. Because every time he's in it rains, he likes to dry. So Ryan Maloney, good jockey booking for him. I think he'll be forward of midfield. He's a bit more versatile than we give him credit for. He showed good tenacity leading in those 7 furlong races, but we'll also see him run on well from a mid to back position. So it'll just be trying to find in the right spot for Max on the day, but the good grounds are key to him. Big improver.
How are you splitting the field?
I like Torabella. I think she's a quality horse. I think she's got listed Group 3 level ability this winter.
Okay. We are into the final furlong of this week's Final Gallop. Who's your best winning chance on Saturday?
I've got a really big team in, as we've just spoke of. We've been through a bunch of them. My best winning chance, I think, is Boomtown Boss. He's a horse I'm really excited about, and I'm hopeful he can take us to a Queensland Guineas in a couple of weeks.
Okay, lovely. Best each way chance?
Tricky one each way. I probably think Arisphere and Voracious.
Okay.
I think they both present to run top 3. Could easily win. So I think it's a really good betting day. Each field has big open races, and if you like one of the horses, don't be afraid to have a bet, because I think that the prices are really good on the weekend because the races are so competitive.
They are. Okay, your best at the provincials. We've got the Sunny Coast on Sunday and Ipswich on Monday. I
think before anyone else, the 2-year-old on Monday, she's going very well. She trialled in slick time the other day, and her work since has been fantastic. So she probably goes on top for me.
And your best track worker?
I did have a lot of track work this week, all on the dirt early. I was pretty happy with Antino and Transatlantic on Monday morning, worked together. And also Zarastro Hidden Wealth work separate, were brilliant. So I thought Monday's horses were the good horses going for the carnival, going very, very well.
Okay, now it is time for Cav's Corner, which is supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. He's got plenty to choose from this week, as you said. For his multi this week, over to you, Cav.
Welcome to Cav's Corner. This week we'll travel to Eagle Farm on Saturday. We'll go Arisphere a place, and then we'll wait till Monday, Ipswich, before anyone else, a win. Good punning.
So he's gone Arisphere a place into before anyone else a win on Monday. He's stretching it out over the whole long weekend.
Yeah, he is. He's going to go the full 3 days. Geez, there'll be some pressure on that poor little filly if Arisphere runs top 3, which she will.
Way too little.
She will run top, way. But Yeah, no, we'll get through Saturday first and we'll set sights on Monday.
Okay, well, good luck on Saturday, Tony, and hopefully the Easter Bunny finds you and your family on Sunday.
Yeah, happy Easter to everyone out there. Enjoy it with your, most that's what Easter's about, isn't it? You know, spending time with friends and family, eating a little bit too much chocolate compared to the rest of the year, and enjoying your family's company. So have a great Easter weekend, everyone.
And best of luck to everyone over the whole Easter break.